Peace, Hotep, Islam. This is Grand Sheikh Kudro L. Today, got an email this morning. We're just clearing up the agent confusion. Rat exposed. The job that I work for needs to clean up its act. Start with this fellow here. Name, Kevin McCletchy. Alias, Kudro Adwo Sutek L. Title, Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science. This guy walks around with a Moorish national ID card and claims that he's not even a Canadian citizen. This guy is a fraud whom bites the hands that feed him. Many consider Kevin's circle of friends as a subversive element in our society. How can this guy remain on payroll? Review the links and see this ungrateful perpetrator in action for yourself. And the links is the Facebook page, the Ustream MHT Online Kananta page, and the Canaanlandmoors.webs.com page. Right? So this email was sent to everybody in the organization where I work, from CEO to janitor. Right? So we'll just leave that at that because that has nothing to do with this right here. Right? So we explained to the people a few classes back when we did the German Moors class that the name McCletchy, M-C-L-E-T-C-H-I-E, MC means Moor. Right? What is a Moor? Any dark-skinned person, especially an African Negro. Right? Citizenship of the United States. Citizenship in Morocco may be said to be governed by the laws pertaining to the same in other countries, with the exception that all persons residing in Morocco who cannot prove foreign citizenship or protection are considered ipso jure as Moorish subjects. All right. Ipso jure, by the law itself, by the mere operation of law. So by the mere operation of law, and this is from Black's Law Dictionary, right, 4th edition. In law, all persons residing in Morocco who cannot prove foreign citizenship or protection are considered ipso jure as Moorish subjects. Now, if I'm to be a Canadian, right, that would mean that's foreign citizenship that I have if I'm Canadian. And just for the record, right, just to get it on the record so I don't have CSIS coming to my door, right, this is Canadian passport. Right? See the big all caps Canada on it. So you already know. We don't even have to explain nothing. Right? When you open this up, right, there's a picture that represents or is in possession of this entity, which is also in all caps. Right? And then it says right there, Canadian citizenship. Right? And then there's a signature right there. Then it says all rights reserved on it. Okay. UCC 1-103, UCC 1-207. Right? And it's legit. It's not counterfeit. So that's legit foreign citizenship called Canadian. All right. Canada is in Morocco because the jurisdiction above Mexico is called Morocco. For people who don't know, now you know this is Morocco that we're in right now. So being that I'm Morocco and I have a foreign Canadian citizenship in Morocco, I'm ipso jure Moorish subject. So Kudro Adwo El is not an alias. Kudro Adwo El is Kevin McCletchy in propria persona. This is another law term, but Negro black colored people don't read, so we're going to have to read for them. Alright? Law dictionary again. In propria persona. In one's own proper person. It is a rule in pleading that pleas to the jurisdiction of the court must be pled in propria persona, because if pleaded by attorney, they admit the jurisdiction, as an attorney is an officer of the court and he is presumed to plead after having obtained leave, which admits the jurisdiction. Kudro Adwo El, that name is identified in law as in propria persona. In propria persona means in one's own proper person. Why would I want to be in my own proper person? Because if you ask anybody, European, Asiatic, from the north or the south, Australian, anybody, South American, they'll tell you that the name that I have, or that I was born with, Kevin McCletchy, is a slave name. They identify a dark-skinned person having a European name, right, all across the world. A dark-skinned person with a European name was a slave, or his ancestors were slaves, but he was branded by a European, whatever name he has, right? So to get out of that status, one has to proclaim their nationality. Nationality is mentioned in the declarations that Canada signed on to in 2010. Nationality is mentioned in there, in all of them. So me calling myself Kudro Adwo El is not subversive. Me calling myself Kudro Adwo El and being the Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America in this territory is not subversive. Why is it not subversive? Because the Moorish Science Temple of America in Ontario territory is registered, right? This is our registration papers right here, right? Our Ontario corporation number, there's the number right there. If we were subversive, we wouldn't be able to get this registered. Secondly, if we were subversive, they wouldn't let everybody who has a free national name, including Kudro Adwo El, put their name down and then register it. On top of that, when we went to register the Moorish Science Temple of America, they told us that we need to give them a parent letter. We need to get a parent letter from the temple that gave us the charter to say that we can be Moorish Science Temple of America in Ontario or in Canada, because their records don't show that ever being here. It only shows it being in the so-called United States, right? But again, when we go to law, the supreme law of the land, Article 4, Section 4, the United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive, when the legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence, a republican form of government. Now, everybody's going to ask the question, well, we're in Canada, why are you talking about the United States? Because Article 11 of the Articles of Confederation, which is connected to the supreme law of the land, says Canada, acceding to this confederation and adjoining in the measures of the United States, shall be admitted into and entitled to all the advantages of this union, but no other colony shall be admitted into the same unless such admission be agreed by 9 states. So Canada is part of the United States in their own documents. That's not what I say. Nothing I've said is my perspective. Everything I've said is from sources that are documented. These law dictionaries, you can go to City Hall right now. You can go to Ontario Court of Justice. You can go to Superior Court of Ontario. You can go to Appeals Court. You can go to Federal Court. You can go to the Supreme Court of Canada and ask them, let me see a Black's Law Dictionary, and they'll pull one out and show it to you. As a matter of fact, if you speak in an intelligent tone to them, they might even reveal things like they reveal to us that, well, you know, we only use the 8th law and the 9th in the court, but at home I have a 1st edition Black's Law Dictionary that I got from my, you know, teacher of law that taught me law. That's what he handed down to me before he died. This is the same person who you're going to go and hire to represent you, when you can get the same book just like I have right here and study for yourself. So Canada acceded to everything in the Union, including the Republican form of government. So yes, I am a Canadian citizen. Whether you call me Kevin McCletchy, whether you call me Kudjo Ado L, whether you call me John Jeffries, doesn't matter, because I'm ipso jure Moorish subject. This is Morocco, and anybody who's in this land is a Moor. Hands down, period. Nothing else to discuss about why do we call ourselves Moors. That's what we are. You're ipso jure Moorish subject. Point blank. And the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, the Moorish Divine and National Movement, the Moorish Science Temple of America, this is the first time this is happening here. You should have seen how happy the people were that we came back to them with a parent letter. Right? We came back to them with a parent letter. And they accepted the parent letter because I just showed you the registration number that you can go punch up yourself and go look and check to see that we're registered. And we're not no charity because we don't take handouts. So talking about biting the hand that feeds and all that type of stuff, everybody out here has a job. And there's many people out here who have jobs and they have aliases that they're known by their alias on their job. So why is it such a big deal for Kudjo Ado L to be my quote-unquote alias, right? And other people are doing that, have aliases on their job. People don't even know their first name. You go to some of these schools, you go ask a youth man what their name is. I'm not giving you my govy name. Why am I going to give you my govy name? I don't know who you are, right? But you're going to take my govy name, you know, throw it all over the world, right? So on top of us submitting our parent letter, we also submitted our authority, so they know where we're coming from with what we're doing. And our authority says that the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, adopted as its corporate name, Moorish Science Temple of America. And the Moorish Science Temple of America is lawfully chartered right? And then here's our charter right here. All right. So this is not some joke thing. This is not just some crap. We decided to do some crap. This is real, right? Everybody knows what the seals look like, right? Nobody can say these aren't the seals, or we need to see your seals to verify if you're legit. We're legit. Nobody can say that we're not legit, right? And anybody trying to slander Noble Drew Ali, this is how we deal with you, right? We put you out there just like everybody else. You want to know everybody else, right? Like, this is not a joke thing to me personally, right? You know what I mean? People in my life suffer because of not knowing about their nationality and birthrights. People in my life suffer for knowing about their nationality and birthrights. People who I hold dear to me suffer dearly, right? Because this is not no joke thing. Go look it up. Empire Strikes Back, right? Empire Strikes Back was the first agent provocateur against Canaanland Moors, right? That I had to go do 2 songs about it. It's on YouTube. Empire Strikes Back, right? Senander Yawa Dis. Because agents have always been trying to infiltrate ever since when we were on Black Power and Revolution and all that type of crap. Nobody was infiltrating. Everybody wanted to be friends and come to our stuff, and everybody else come to our lectures, and you know what I mean, y'all doing such good work. But as soon as we got on some more science, all of a sudden nobody doesn't know Prime no more. Nobody doesn't know Cujo no more. Everybody's like, oh, where's that hat now? And you know, because you know, all you agent provocateurs, all you guys know who you are already. All you agent provocateurs who see me and High and Daps and Lion Paw and all the crap, right? I already know what's good. I already know what's good, right? Canaanland Moors versus Moor haters, 1 and 2. Why? Agent provocateurs, right? Agents always trying to infiltrate what Noble Drew Ali has established. Yo, we're established. We have a charter. We're registered. We have a building that we're getting right now, right? And you're going to talk about subversive when everything that we have is legit? And we're putting it out there because people really don't think that we're legit. People think we're just some joker Moors. We're not no joker Moors with this. There's serious activity going on in Canaanland. There's heads of government leaving their seat early out here. Only because we've been sending them writs. They know what's up. We're not subversive. We're being ourselves. We're being in propria persona. And if you don't want us to be in propria persona, then we'll be ipso jure more subjects, regardless. Like, right? Canaanland Moors. What are nigger Moors? Right? Why? Why? Yo, Cujo, man, you know, why are you even wasting? It's not wasting time to me, yo. These guys have to get aired out. Because everybody wants to be friends with traitors and treasonous sellout agents. And it baffles me how Moors with turbans and fezzes on are going to talk about unite with agents and don't call them out. When you know that they're agents working with central, federal, municipal, local inquisitionists, answering the Lord Abba questions, right? There's a brother right now wanting to build with me so bad. when he and me have the same Grand Governor? And the Grand Governor's not even trying to call me and have no conversations about what I'm saying and what I'm doing and what's legit and what's not legit. Yo, real recognize real and keep it moving. We got to save these people out here. We don't have time to, you know what I mean, measure each other's level of before we start building. This is not no joke thing. Correcting the Nanya Shabu El confusion. All these titles, you go on YouTube. Just so you know that we've been dealing with agents. Agents is nothing new. We see y'all coming from miles away. We're on the high road. Allah's really guiding this. Really take serious. Canaanland Wars is really serious. Allah is guiding this. This doesn't have anything to do with Cujo and Adiza and the treasurer and the chairman and all these posts and all this nonsense. Allah is guiding this. And it's not playtime right now, or Aquarian age right now. This is not joke time. You guys joke if you want to, but we're not joking with you jokers. Like, we're not joking. It's real serious right now. All you people in Canaanland taking this for some type of joke. I want to slander. You want to slander the prophet? Just today, brother, in Canaanland, right? That nobody knows about, nobody hears about. He's getting calls from all these agents, right, that he went to and contracted with, reserving his rights on those contracts because we teach, learn how to live within contract. Don't ask me no questions, go study. Brother studies, goes now, right? Fills out anything, reserving his rights. Doesn't care, stands on that. That's his signature. You can't tell him no, he's not going to do it. He's getting calls from these people asking him about, is he a Freemason? This is after he's already gone to the top of these agencies, dealing with these agents. He's gone to the top levels of these agencies, standing on the right to reserve his rights on the contract. And he's sitting with the head, the president of a company, because he reserved his rights on a contract with a rubber stamp, and they don't want to accept it, you know. But what they have to do, the obligation is to the Republican form of government only. They can pretend democracy all they want, but when Republic stands up, they have to honor that. If they don't honor that, that's treason. Not only against this jurisdiction of the Republic called Canada, not the democracy, Canada Republic, from Article 11 of the Articles of Confederation, but also the United States of America Republic. In treason to both of those. And in treason to Morocco, because Morocco, which is also here, and is the real super jurisdiction that these other jurisdictions are exercising on, it's in treason to all the jurisdictions of the Republic. Going all down into South America, they're in treason. Just because a brother said, you know what, I'm not Negro black colored, I'm going to stand up for my rights. Right? So now, again, because it's a repetitive theme with these agents, right? Agents said they're going to make up a email named Brenda Smith 22@yahoo.com. Brenda Smith 22@yahoo.com. This is the new agent provocateur that just bust this morning, right? Sending out the picture with my slave name, Kevin McCletchy, on there, right? from last night's class. A picture from last night's class was used today to send out slandering email. Right? Now, like, I know that there's agents out there, and when y'all step up, I'm gonna call y'all out, and then you're gonna shut the hell up, just like all these other agents that who know that they are, that they all deleted me off Facebook, right? All of them took it on themselves to delete me. But now that I'm deleted, they could talk crap because I can't see anything, right? But just like all these agent provocateurs out here, even on Facebook, there's a community of Moors that are sincere. And they straight tell me everything that you slanderous, backstabbing, dirty Moors are saying. So it's not like I don't know what's going on. All you agents, right? I'm just putting it out there because this is what I want to do. This has nothing to do with, I'm putting it out there that I know about you agents, right? RCMP told me about you agents, right? So Brenda Smith at yahoo.com, right? So I'm giving out the email, so you go flood it, you know what I mean? Find out where she's getting her information. All you Moors out there, Moorish Holy Temple of Science is mentioned in this, so anybody who says that, they're slandering you. It says Moorish in here, so anybody who says that, they're slandering you, right? Anybody who's a friend on Kudro Adwa L's Facebook, they're slandering you because now they're going to just go to the friends list and now they're going to attack you, right? They're going to go to, you know, so either delete yourself or, you know, send a message to these guys, you know, do like my goddess did, right? Send a reply back, you know. You have some nerve slandering an individual without knowing the full perspective. Kevin is highly respected in our community and looked up to by youths based on the time he has invested in them for 10 plus years. It's sad what you are doing. You trying to practice a modern day lynching on one of our own community mentors, right? And just putting it on the record. Like, I am not new to this, right? I'm not new to this. Big up Big brother Michael Cotto, right, who was school board trustee, right? And here's his letter that he wrote in support of the work that I'm doing in the community, right? That's Big brother Michael Cotto. Everybody knows who Michael Cotto is out here. Don't even front like you don't know who Michael Cotto is, because you know, right? You can go to Laurier, Wilfrid Laurier Collegiate. You can go talk to Andrea Cross. She's a teacher there. And here's the letter that she wrote, right? Kevin McCletchy, slave name, right? Because this is what I do on my slave. I do community work. So I'm going to use the slave name, right? Drew Ali said, all old business, leave it as it is. So been doing that in that name. It stays how it is, right? Malvern Family Resource Center, right? Cultural Educators of Toronto. There again, slave name, Kevin McCletchy. I have nothing to hide. I know what my name is. It's no big deal, right? Everybody, oh yeah, and everybody knows who Mr. Mo is. Community worker, well known, right? So you can't talk about libel against Kevin McCletchy or Kudro Adwell or whoever you're trying to play around with, right? Right? Youth in action, right? Youth in action. Again, slave name. Why? Because out here, it's about slaving. You're going to have some type of ship out here. You know what I mean? We're not going to be on the corner selling DVDs in Toronto. Guarantee you that. You better go get yourself a job. And you're not paying no sports or none of that crap out here. Right? It's serious out here. Right? Everybody's excelling out here except Negro, black, colored youth. Few of them are getting through. And they're only getting through because Allah chose them. They're not even getting through because of their own. They don't even know what they got. They just realize, oh yeah, you know, I like filming cameras, so I'm just gonna, you know, film stuff, right? We could inspire them, and that's what we've been doing out here, you know. Elder Sarah, this is a personal letter from an elder, right? One of the most well-known elders in this community, Elder Sarah. Everybody knows who Elder Sarah is. Nobody can't front, right? And all these things are things that are coming on the record for the first time. Nobody's ever seen these ever before, right? Right? Because slander means you're trying to discredit, and you can't discredit this right here, right? You can't discredit Michael Cotto, right? Breakaway Relief Care. Everybody knows Breakaway Relief Care because I've seen all those counselors up in their celebrations that they have, up in their events that they have. All the counselors, Toronto counselors, support Breakaway Relief Care. And there's Breakaway Relief Care, right? Kevin McCletchy, once again, slave name, right? This is a sister in New York that just couldn't believe that, wow, there's actually people willing to give you information and not charge you $8 million. And she just wrote a letter just saying, you know, give thanks for, you know, doing what you do. You know what I mean? And she was working with youth, and she just wanted some info for youth, right? David Marshall Nisman, right? And then this is a mother that just got some DVDs, sent her more than she expected, and she just said, yo, you know what, I'm just gonna send you a letter, you know, just in support of what you're doing, right? So the RCMP came out and told you, right, we already put all this stuff on the record already, right? E-Divisional Criminal Intelligence, right? And it's telling you all about all those free men on the land and all that, and look out for all these indicators of these agents that are trying to subvert, right? And then they're gonna come send emails out talking about, I'm subverting. How am I subversive? We represent the Moorish Science Temple of America, founded by the Prophet Noble Jew Ali. The Prophet Noble Jew Ali, who is right here in this picture, sitting with Oscar the Priest, who everybody knows as a first black congressman. Oscar the Priest, everybody knows him, and there's Noble Jew Ali sitting with him, right? Why would somebody that founded the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish Divine and National Movement, be sitting next to somebody of such prominence like Oscar the Priest, right? And be subversive? Why would this recognized black historian be sitting with him, right? All you agents, like you've been seen and you continue to be seen, right? Canaanland Moors, I want to say Islam to Big Brother, Grand Governor Heru, and all the Moors in Atlantis that's keeping active and are not passive. It's imperative that Moors are active, and those are some of the active Moors out there, right? So you know what the perspective is of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Ontario Territory, right? We are going to read our aims and obligations, right? So people are clear about what we're about out here. And don't call us a sect, don't call us a group, don't call us a cult, don't identify us in any way, shape, or form other than Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish Holy Temple of Science or Moorish Divine and National Movement founded by Noble Drew Ali. Make sure you put his name in there, right? Because as you agents come, trust me, you know, I have tracks for all you guys, right? And you already know. It's not even like you don't know. You're just being agents. You're just being provocateurs, right? I already got unity. We have a solid foundation here in Canaanland, and we have a solid foundation of Moors all over the world, not even over the country or the continent, all over the world. We have serious active Moors, right? So this movement is doing what it's supposed to do. Office of Canaanland Grand Body. Canaanland Grand Body. I showed you guys the charter. You can't say we don't have a charter and that we can't form our own government out here, right? Because it's already established since 1913. We're not doing anything new. We're not recreating anything. All we're doing is taking what Noble Drew Ali brought and applying it. 1. The proper name must be selected for the Moorish American. Some call him Black, African Canadian, Caribbean Canadian, West Indian, from the islands, at risk, etc. The proper name of these people is Moorish American because they are descendants of Moroccans born in America. This matter is to be looked at with hopes of correcting it. And remember, Canada signed on to all of the declarations, and all of the declarations say that everyone has a right to a nationality and nobody can be deprived of a nationality. That's not what I say. That's what the UN says, and Canada signed on to that, to back that, since 1948. So this is not anything new that we're doing. We're not some new age cult. This is a divine and national movement founded by Noble Drew Ali for the upliftment of fallen humanity. If you want to be uplifted, get on board and assist. If you don't want to be uplifted, keep being an agent, and we're going to keep coming at you. Just because we have to, right? We have an obligation to make sure that the work gets done that hasn't been done for 100 years. 2. We seek to put an end to all inferior names, because possession of these inferior names classifies one as civilly dead for all abuses and mistreatments that lawful citizens care to bestow upon them. Right? So back to McLetchie. MC means Moor. Lecce is Scottish. The Moors ruled Scotland and had slaves there. Right? The Moors used to ship their slaves from the continent to so-called Caribbean islands. In taking them to the Caribbean islands, the people there, the people of the land, gave up their birthright. I was living there when Germans just started coming there. Now Germans own all the resorts, right? And Germans weren't coming there on some chilling. Germans were coming there on takeover, because all these people here have our name. So we're going to go there and claim everything. And they claimed everything, where fishermen can't even go fish anymore. Where we used to go watch fishermen cast nets, there's a resort now, and no fisherman could go there because using an inferior name, using a name that's not yours, right? That's why you proclaim your nationality. But all the old business, like Noble Drew Ali said, stays the same. And nothing's wrong with that name, because it's still Moorish. It's ipso jure. Scotland is in the jurisdiction of when the Moors ruled Europe. So Scottish people are ipso jure Moorish subjects. So don't throw away your slave name. because it's yours. It's not a slave name. You go to Tobago right now, there's a McCletchy sign. Why would slave master put a street name called the name of his slaves on his island that, you know, he founded, and he brought slaves there and had plantations there? 3. The object of our organization is to help in the great program of uplifting fallen humanity, a national organization with a Rotarian complexion. So the Moorish Holy Temple of Science is no different than the Shriners or the church or any organization that is presenting, helping, and uplifting people. We're not talking about the, you know, the ones that choose to use the negative forces while exercising their Rotarian complexion. We're not talking about those ones. We're talking about the sincere people who really want to help uplift fallen humanity, no matter what race, creed, or whatever they are. Their duty is to humanity, right? And those people are exercising a Rotarian complexion. Means that they're being humanitarian, right? So that's the exact same thing that the Moorish Divine and National Movement is, a humanitarian arm to assist the people and uplift them while assisting them. Not just assist them and leave them alone because, yeah, oh yeah, you know, we did our job, so now we can go home. No. Assist them and uplift them, right? 4. We seek to warn humanity of their sinful ways and inspire them to return to their forefathers and foremothers' divine and national principles, that they will be jurisprudence abiders and receive their divine rights as citizens according to their free national constitution that was prepared for all free national beings. 5. We seek to keep our people, men, women, and children, away from negative scenarios involving peace officers, out of courts in a defendant capacity, and out of jails and prisons. 6. We seek to continue to facilitate social programs such as prison ministries and transitional programs for young and old to transition out of prison institutions back into the bands of society, peacefully and successfully. 7. We seek to introduce Moorish Americans in Canada to the morals and principles of their ancient foremothers and forefathers. We are teaching their men that they must support their wives and children. Wives must honor their husbands and be the foundation of the household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become part of uplifting fallen humanity. 8. We seek to educate humanity with the reality that there is enough work for all to do to help build a better world. 9. We seek to rally support from all loyal, faithful, active Moorish Americans, members, and lawful citizens to help us in our great work of uplifting fallen humanity. We ask all to help us morally and financially. 10. The remedy of truth is the cure for religious controversy. We seek to foster the teachings of Yahshua, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, Ali, and all divine prophets. 11. We seek to teach our people that though we must be proud of our religion, Islamism, handed down to us by our ancient foremothers and forefathers, we must never use our doctrines to practice segregation. 12. We seek to teach our people that success is earned, not given. After the example of our Prophet Noble Drew Ali, we must labor day and night in public and private for the good of humanity. We seek to teach our people to denounce anything that deludes to the institution of slavery. This includes being late to engagements, appointments, meetings, or occasions. Punctuality is a trait of the noble, upright, fearless, and independent Moor that have love for their people through the guidance of Father God Allah. 14. We seek to teach our people that there is only one sole foundation for the salvation of our people, and it comes only through the connection to the Moorish divine and national movement of the world founded by Prophet Noble Jew Ali. It is earnestly hoped, 15, it is earnestly hoped that the Moorish divine and national movement of North America, the Moorish Holy Temple of Science of the world, and the Moorish Science Temple of America is not compared to any Back to Africa movement. 16. We seek to remind our people that without understanding they have fallen from the true light into utter darkness of sin, and there is not a nation on earth today that will recognize them socially, religiously, politically, or economically, etc., in their present condition of their uncivilized undertaking in which they themselves try to force upon a civilized world. Prophet Jew Ali speaks to the nations. If you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Science Temple of America and become a part of this divine movement. Then you will have the power to redeem your race, because you will know who you are and you are who your forefathers were. Because where there is unity, there is strength. Together we stand, divided we fall. Come, good people, because I, the prophet, sent to redeem this nation from mental slavery, which you have now, need every one of you who think your condition could be better. This is a field open to strong men and women, to uplift the nation and take your place in the affairs of men. If the Europeans and other nations are helping me, why not you? It is your problem. The Negro problem is being solved only as it can, and that is by the Moorish divine and national movement. If you have a nation, you must have a free national name in order to be recognized by this nation as an American citizen. This is what is meant when he said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you," by the prophet. So it's very clear, it's extremely clear that the agents are the ones that are the subversives, right? Subversion, Middle English, French, Middle French, Latin, subversio, French, Latin, subversus. The act of subverting, the state of being subverted, overthrow, a cause of overthrow or destruction. Subvert, Middle English, subverten, Middle French, subvertir, Latin, subverter. To turn from beneath, to turn, more at worth, to overturn or overthrow from the foundation, ruin, to pervert or corrupt by an undermining of morals, allegiance, or faith. Subverter, noun. So we're going to add the noun to these agent, provocateur, subverters. So the agent, provocateur, subverters are really the ones that are against and are anti-government and are anti-nationalization and are anti-nationality and are anti-constitution, anti-everything that has to do with assisting in uplifting fallen humanity. Again, putting it on the record, we're not a group, we're not a cult, we're not some fly-by-night worshippers. We are more scientists, and we are returning to the mind of our ancient foremothers and forefathers. In returning to the mind of our ancient foremothers and forefathers, it teaches us how to be better people, because our ancient foremothers and forefathers were the founders of civilizations, and being that they're the founders of civilizations, that means they were good people. So we're going back to the mind of them, and we recognize that there's going to be battles in this, right? And we're definitely prepared for the battles, right? Islam to my goddess for lashing back, because muftis don't play around, right? Muftis are serious posts, and the Canaanland Muftis are serious, right? It's so serious that even Mufti today, right? Today, even Mufti computer got hacked today, right? So his computer is hacked, right? And being that his computer is hacked and an agent sending out messages and stuff like that, like, you have to just wonder what's really going on, right? Like, what is really going on right now, right? Because there's no need unless we're doing something right. Like, we have to be doing something right if this is the madness that's going on, right? So this is what he got. This is the hacking thing. Let's see if we can get this on there, right? So this is the hacking thing, right? Right. That was what was on his computer. And it's like some police cybercrime investigation department with a maple leaf. And then, matter of fact, it looks like the RCMP on thing. All right, so there's the RCMP logo right there, right? So this is the RCMP logo, right? Now this is a hacker, right? We're not even tying nothing together. We're just saying they came out and said, you know, watch out for the free man on the land and all that. And then today, the Grand Vanguard gets his computer hacked, right? And this is what's on his screen, right? Not only this is what's on his screen, he was sitting in front of his computer with his computer off, but his camera was on and he was watching himself in the camera on his off computer, on his off laptop, right? There's agents out here. When I say out here, I mean, like, you know, for everybody. If you're active, know that there's agents. Know they already probably got your computer already, right? You know, and then the hacker thing is saying, you know, pay $100 and we'll take off the hack. This is what Canaanland Moors is dealing with out here. It's not no big deal. We're just putting it on the record. You know what I mean? That, you know, this is not no fake thing that we're talking about, that there's agents and that there's provocateurs and that there's subverters in the movement. Because Negro, black, colored people are part of the movement. Whether they call themselves Moors or not, they're Moors. So they're part of the movement. And if they choose to take checks and be subverters of their own birthright, right? That shows you what we're up against. We're not up against some Europeans. I have no problem with Europeans. Every European I talk to, they know about Moors. So I know it wasn't a European that wrote this email. Every European that I talk to, they know about Moors, and they're happy to sit down and talk with me about the Moors. Specifically, not the Nubians and the Phoenicians and the Sumerians and the Mayans and the Moors is who they want to talk about. Europeans. So I know it's not no European that wrote this. It's some agent in the community, the conscious community, that knows, you know, where I work, right? Went on the website and just got everybody's email, because that's just public record. You gotta get a hold of people, so you have the email. But you're gonna send an email to the whole corporation and then think that well, we're not gonna go nowhere, right? So let's put it on the record again. We've been doing this. I'm not new to this. I'm not new to this. Haters been hating, but we're just exposing them. And we're going to continue to expose them. Don't forget, send the email, right? I'm going to put it out there again, just so y'all could flood the email, so whoever it is knows, right? That they're frauds. They're the frauds. And all frauds are for Brenda Smith 22. BRENDA Smith 22 yahoo.com. That's the email of the agent provocateur. Maybe it's closed, maybe they just sent the emails and canceled it, who cares? But that's the email, right? And I really can't wait for the next batch of agents to come through, because we already seen y'all. We're just waiting for y'all to make your move. We're just waiting, humbly waiting, because we see y'all. Islam.